Hello, I'm from group number 20, and my team is Lochan Appanna, myself Shantanu Datar, Neeraj Yadav, and Pratik Khul. So, we are under guidance of Sir Om Shekhar Indela. This is our second review, and the title of our project is Electric Vehicle Charging Control using Cyber Physical System, that is CPS approach. So, let me move on to the slide. Contents. So, we have problem statement, literature survey, methodology of implementation, progress report, expected results, and the timeline. So coming to the problem statement, it reads, to implement the novel approach of CPS to control the charging of domestic electric vehicles remotely on demand. So basically, at the core, we are trying to ensure the readiness of the vehicle remotely. So basically, we are, for example, if you are a user and you are away from home and you need to check whether your whether your electric vehicle is ready to drive. So basically, we are trying to deal with this problem related to electric vehicles. Using this technology, we are trying to ensure more convenience for EV users, basically. And another most important thing is to introduce optimum technique for electric vehicle, because there are chances of failures while charging. There might be some power issues, or there might be some internal issues of the car. So we are trying to have an overall like we are trying to monitor the whole car while it is getting charged, the whole battery system of the car, and then we are trying to optimize that whole process of charging. uh, Moving to the literature review. So basically, CPS is nothing but a system with both cyber domain and physical domain are connected internally very deeply. So basically, here our physical system is the battery. Uh, Basically, the battery, and the software component is our Firebase, and the Wi-Fi is the connecting module. So here, the user can communicate to the battery uh, through the microcontroller and the cloud. So about the existing methods and proposed model, no implementation of CPS done in domestic charging of EVs. So basically, there have been papers on how, for charging of charging stations and all, but not for domestic charging. The next one is, so basically our proposed model is trying to target the domestic domain. Second one is no method to ensure readiness of the vehicle, because the big issue with EVs is that you don't know, like in case of CVs, you know how much fuel is remaining in the car, so you have an idea. But in the case of EVs, that's not very easy to know how much your battery is like. So basically, we're trying to ensure the readiness of the vehicle remotely. That is the target of our proposed model. The existing method has no method available to completely eliminate the human interface. So basically, the IoT and all have to have human interface, human interference. So basically, we are also trying to get full automation. So basically, we're planning to get full automation. Some important papers that have been reviewed. I'll just read the inference of it. The first paper says the process needs human interference, and therefore it's not completely automated. So basically, what we are trying to do is to have complete automation. And moreover, they have used Bluetooth, and we are trying to apply Wi-Fi over it. The next one is implementation on large scale, like that on charging stations have been done, and and this is proper CPS based electric vehicle charging. So basically, this is one of the good paper that we have reviewed. And another one, the third one, is a book by MIT Press, where it says Introduction to Embedded Systems, a Cyber Physical System Approach. So basically, here we have understood the depth of the concept and the terms related to CPS. So now I hand over the slide to my teammate Pratik.
Thank you, Shantanu. Now, I'll be briefing about the methodology of implementation of our project. The entire project is divided into three parts: cyber domain, which is the cloud platform; physical domain, which is the microcontroller; and the networking domain, where HCI and Wi-Fi module comes into picture. So explaining the picture shown on the screen, the mobile app connected to the cloud and the microcontroller connected to the network through Wi-Fi module. And the charging system is connected physically to the microcontroller. As you can see, the entire picture shows the simple methodology of our implementation. Next slide, please. So the flow chart of the entire project is as follows. The HCI developed on using the HTML page and the JavaScript so as to ensure every user can use it irrespective of the operating system on his mobile phone. So the user selective command such as start or stop is sent to the cloud. The cloud platform here we are using is the Google Firebase, as it is fastest real-time data transfer medium compared to other such as deployed, Atmosphere, Back4 app, and so on. The Firebase is linked to the microcontroller through a node MCU, which in our case is a networking domain. Now there is a decision making block to check whether the battery is charged or not. If there is already charge available in the battery, then and further no requirement of the charge is required, then a message will be sent to the HCI through the Firebase, so saying that the vehicle is charged. If the charge is required, then the further conditions are taken into account, such as whether there is availability of AC supply. If no, it will send an error message to the HCI through the Firebase. And if AC supply is available, the further decision is initializing the charging is taken into account. So if AC supply is there, then there is a initialization by the microcontroller to start the charging by switching a relay and then energizing the contact, and the charging starts. Now this process is continuously monitored and the parameters of the battery are continuously monitored, such as SOC, voltage, are being sent to the SCI through Firebase in real time. If there is any error, such as failure of the AC supply, the removal of the charger during the charging process, the charging process stops and the failure message or the error message will be sent to the HCI by in a real time. Next slide, please. So the short view of the complete working of the model, where user sends the command through HCI, human computer interface, and it is received by the microcontroller as a flag through Node MCU. The microcontroller makes the decision to initiate the charging or no by monitoring the various parameters of the battery, such as SOC, voltage, and other parameters. While charging, the real-time data of the battery is sent to the HCI and also checking the various other parameters such as availability of AC supply. Now I'll hand over my presentation to Lochan to tell about our progress.
Thanks, Pratik. So I'll be speaking about what we've completed so far. We've been successful in designing the circuit. We've developed the human-computer interface, which is nothing but a HTML page, and we've tested it separately, and we've got a positive outcome. The individual components which we were supposed to connect to the internet, we finished connecting. Now we are successful in sending data to the Firebase and also receiving it from the Node MCU. We have formed an algorithm to calculate the state of charge for our battery. We have been successful in simulating the measurement of hardware circuit. We used Multisim for this. We are hoping to schedule the assembly and testing of the integration of hardware and software components. Can I have the next slide? So this is our code snippet. On the left hand side, as you can see, the code is for the user command to send data to the Firebase. And on the right hand side, it's the data from the battery. So the state of the battery sends data back to the Firebase via the node MCU. So this will further be explained in a video by my teammate Neeraj, who will explain how the code works.
Thank you, Lochan. So in this video, we can see the website which is connected to Firebase. This website is human-computer interaction. The user can send command to microcontroller to turn on or off the charging system through the Firebase. Next video, please. This video gives the communication between user and microcontroller. This is the code. As you can see, there are two entries in Firebase. First one is battery and the second one is user input. In user input, when user changes the data manually, it is reflected in serial monitor. Basically, user communicate to microcontroller. The serial input represent the battery voltage because we don't have hardware. This is dipped through the serial monitor because in real-time data. Next slide. So now I would like to talk about final deliverable. These will computer eliminate of human interference in domestic EV charging. Earlier EV charging system and literature reviews are based on IoT, in which human interference are in loop. But by using CPS system, human interference are completely eliminated from loop. The second point is an optimized, safe and reliable way to charge the electrical vehicle and know the readingness of vehicles remotely. As the CPS is composed of tightly integrated computation, communication, and physical elements. These domestic electrical vehicles to confirm the readiness of vehicles remotely. Hence, this will eliminate the problem of knowing the readiness of vehicles. And the third point is NSCI will provide the live status of vehicles at any instant. Our systems are rapidly advancing due to progress in real-time computing control. It provides the live status in SOC, voltage, failure model, and state of health. The last but not least point is the failure model during the charging process can be identified remotely through alert messaging feature provided to SCI. Next slide. And these are our timelines. Thank you.